Hey, what's going on, everybody? JD here, 701 Nation. Just getting everything ready to go here. Trying to get my chat overlay up. How's everybody doing? I got two people on with me right now. Just getting it started. There we go. All right. Somebody leaves a comment on there. Appreciate you joining me tonight. Reason I'm doing a show tonight, guys and gals. I'm not going to be on with Clay Thursday. Good evening, Whale and Turnus. Not going to be able to make the show Thursday with Clayton. Clayton is going to have on Dusty Backer, and he's from Chronic Wasting Disease on Facebook page. He's he's trying to get it so we can legally bait deer and treat bait deer. It's a game and fish that it spreads disease and all that crap. No dice. Dusty's an awesome guy. He stopped a lot of bullshit from happening. Clay's going to have him on. So if you want to talk some CWD and game and fish, Clay's going to have Dusty Backer on Thursday night. That's 8 p.m. Central Time. Good evening, my fellow MVE, Brian Warner. How's it going, buddy? So yeah, I just wanted to come on tonight, talk some guns. There's a lot of gun stuff I wanted to talk about. Not that I don't like talking about CWD and game and fish shit, but I definitely like talking about gun stuff better. So we got to tell you guys what we got lined up here for tonight. Governor Larry Roden, South Dakota, just signed 3 pro-Second Amendment bills. And, of course, everybody knows I'm an AR guy. Just getting in from the range, Gene Cox. Appreciate you jumping on, Gene. If you don't have an AR-15 yet, I got an article from Shooting Wire. The guy's got 6 suggestions for you. And then after that, we're going to kind of stick with ARs. The short-barreled, they got the fanboys with the short barrels coming on. Like, I've been watching a bunch of videos on YouTube of guys like saying, 16-inch barrel is a waste of freaking time. Here's what you really need is these short-barreled little stumpy things. Not that I'm against them, but we'll talk about barrel shit. And then I got a lot of stuff. NRA's got an AR like shooting competition thing coming on. And of course, the Democrats introduced they got a magazine ban thing coming on, unsafe, how to keep America unsafe act. Travis Jensen says, hey, Dusty's a plethora of knowledge, definitely has done his homework. Yeah, I've heard him on Scott Bachmeyer's show. He's been on with Daryl Lease there on the afternoon on K-Fire Cafe. Not the cafe. I don't remember what Daryl calls it. Sorry, Daryl. Yeah, guy's well-spoken dude, knows his shit big time in and out. So if you're looking for any information on CWD stuff, feeding and, baiting deer. I hate baiting. I guess that's what you want to call it. Baiting's not, it's not immoral. It gives you better shots. And just because you put bait out doesn't mean a big freaking buck's going to come on. That's a complete crock of shit. But Clay's going to have them on Thursday, 8 p.m. Central Time, Dusty Baker and Clayton. If you hear me pausing every once in a while, just like the last time I'm taking a drink of my Coors Light here. Gene Cox says, just call Little Angry Man and get an SA-16. All else is just like, speaking of Little Angry Man, hey, I don't normally got a new hat here from John. Little Angry Man Arms, LLC there. Nice hat. I like the hat. Anybody knows me or known me my whole life, I usually wear redneck form-fitting hats, not the straight bill. My daughter said they liked it, so I'm wearing it. It's a nice cap. Thank you, John. I appreciate it. I will wear it for sure. I'm wearing it right now, pimping it out. If you didn't see that again right there, my man, Little Angry Man Arms, great sponsor of the show. And like I said, we're gonna talk AR barrels, Bloodline Kinetics. I'll mention this, guys. I'm gonna share some stuff here to some social media. So per usual, if I'm on my own, so if I'm kind of seem a little spacey here for just a short amount of time, it's because I'm sharing some stuff to some other things, which I definitely apologize for. I don't know. We are live on YouTube. I wonder why I'm not getting it. I'm gonna log out in there. And but anyways, yeah, Clay and I, Bloodline Kinetics. Jake texted me. Clay and I are getting some new rifles for 22 ARC and AR platform, 18-inch barrels, guaranteed MOA. We haven't talked too in depth about Jake on that, but that's what we're getting. So that should be pretty freaking sweet. I am a 224 guy for sure. And the 22 ARCs, badass, man. I'm looking forward to that. Dan Brown, greetings from the Western Edge. Yeah, Dan, you know, it's awesome. Todd Mitchell said they got a station out there, 550. Now, Todd actually called it the Western Edge, so it must be a thing out there in Dickinson. I'm cool with that. Love everybody out on the Western Edge, and you know, like I said, I'm going to do some sharing right at this moment. But yeah, Clay and I are getting some 22 arcs. We're not going to talk too much about the 22 arc until we get them. I've definitely been interested in the 22 arc. Rounder D Lambert, you are live on YouTube. All right, I got it, Big R. I'm gonna share this live right now on my Snapchat. So if anybody listen, guys, if you guys ever do stuff like this, a lot of people claim they listen to you, and they might if they hear about it. So you got to remind these people every freaking week that you're going live. Otherwise, you're like, oh, I didn't hear about it. So I hate having to do this, but it's got to be done because people won't do it, and then you know I hate. It's the way it is. It's the way it is. I'm gonna have to go on X and do it, and I'm gonna have to go on Facebook and tag everybody on there. But yeah, and yeah. So not only that, Jake's got these. You said they're getting them in their. I don't know the whole detail, but I told him I want him to come on the show and talk about it. Bloodline bolt action. He called it a ratchet barrel. So in essence, I believe what it is you can change barrels out as long as your bolt face is the same. You can buy a different barrel and ratchet it on with a torque wrench or whatever and shoot a different caliber, like 223 and 224 Valkyrie and whatever. Like that, like the bolt head's the same on a lot of the short actions. 6.5 Creedmoor, probably 308's probably the same stuff. Like so, you can have a bolt action and change out your barrels, which would be I think that's pretty cool, actually. If you can do something like that, I think that would be pretty sweet. But yeah, I'll tell you what. Before I do any more sharing, I just usually Clayton does the Second Amendment. I'm going to do something from 1785. Thomas Jefferson, if you don't know, author of the Declaration of Independence, and later the third president. He wrote this to his 15-year-old nephew Peter Carr. He gave him some scholarly advice. Here is what he did. So Thomas Jefferson wrote this to his 15-year-old nephew: "A strong body makes the mind strong. As to the species of exercise, I advise the gun. While this gives moderate exercise to the body, it gives boldness, enterprise, and independence to the mind. Games played at the ball and others of that nature are too violent for the body and stamp no character on the mind." I mean, I disagree with that a little bit. "Let your gun, therefore, be the constant companion of your walks." Great advice from Thomas Jefferson, one of the founders of this great country. That I really like that. I think that's pretty freaking awesome. And watching on YouTube, Lynette Billman. All right, so yeah, I shared YouTube to my Snapchat, and I'm gonna get this real quick here. One of our other great sponsors, Mandan Sporting Goods. I know Clay mentioned this last night. They got something coming up called Monday Night Cruise Night. An event will be held on the second Monday of every month, starting April 14th, May 12th, June 9th, July 14, August 11th, September 8th, and August 13th. Starting point for the event will be at Mandan Sporting Goods parking lot at 5:30 Central, with the route to be predetermined before each event, meeting back in Mandan Sporting Goods parking lot around 7 for food and beverages. Yeah, I think Brandon's got a big grill he's going to crank up for that and shit, so that'll be pretty sweet. And after each event, there will be a 50-50, that I can say, for a gun in which 50% of the profit will go to charity. Adelines Believers is what he's got a website for that if you want to look it up. Adelines Believers on Facebook. Sponsors as of now are SNS Transmission, Sean's Repair, Mild to Wild Motorsports, Butcher Block Meats, Cloverdale Foods, Xander's Body Shop, Napa Mandan, and being powered by Mandan Sporting Goods. So that's awesome. Brandon's got some awesome sponsors for that. So he says, "P.S. There will be more sponsors that will be added. I will keep everyone informed if we need to add anyone to that joins." Thanks, Brandon. Man, yeah, Brandon, that's awesome, man. Looking forward to that. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good, and Clay and I are probably gonna go over there for one or two of those. Because I mean, somebody wants to jump in there, but let me jump in their hot rod with them. I'll be cool with that. Eric Newman says, "Good evening from the better of the Dakotas." LOL. Yeah, Eric, we're gonna get to that shortly here. We got some good news out of there in South Dakota. That's where Eric's saying that from. Josh Patterson, what's up, JD? Late to the shop. Josh, you did miss a whole lot, buddy. Better late than never. We've been 11 minutes in. I'm going to try and keep this about an hour 15, hour and 20. As you know, once we get into the comments, and I'm kind of I can blabber a lot. So, and I got a lot of topics, so I'm going to try and get through them real quick here, guys. Just let me do something on Facebook, on our Facebook page here, and then we're going to get into like I told Eric, Governor Larry Roden. He's signed 3 pro Second Amendment bills down there in South Dakota. Appreciate that for Governor Larry Roden. I'm just going to make a comment here on our Facebook. I got to just let all the followers know we are live right now, and I'm going to share that to our story, and then we're going to get in. Oh crap! You know what I got to do? I have to. Let me go on X and handle this real quick to you guys. I apologize. We got a good crowd going tonight already. You guys are awesome, man. I love this. Just let me get on X, and I promise you this will take real short, and then we're gonna get into what we're all here to talk about: Second Amendment, guns, fun shit. We're gonna have some fun. Looking forward to you guys' comments and everything here too. What's up, X? We got 13 watching us on there live already. Appreciate you guys. You're freaking awesome. Love it. All right, got that baby posted. I will check. I know we got last time I did this, and when Clay and I were on too, we had a good crowd there on Rumble. Appreciate that. Let me adjust my seat here. All right, once again, guys, I'm wearing a straight bill hat. I got my hat here from Little Angry Arms down there. John sent this hat up with Clayton for me. Sweet freaking hat. Like I said, I'm more of a redneck cap kind of guy, but this is, hey, I'm not against trying some new things, so I'm wearing a straight bill. All right, let's get into it. Let me have one more shot here. My Coors Light. Oh, it's good. All right. Let's get into this. This is the opener here, 2A Tuesday. Appreciate everybody joining in. Pierre, South Dakota, Governor Larry Roden has signed 3 pro Second Amendment bills into law during a ceremony at Boyd's Gunstock, right there in Mitchell. That's where our boy Deacons lives, man. What's up, Deke? Did you go down and check that out? As part of his Open for Opportunity tour, the signing reflects the state's continued efforts to protect and expand the rights of law-abiding gun owners. All right, my buddy WF's watching on YouTube. Appreciate it. Hey, Uncle Dean, what's up? He's down there in North Carolina. My cousin and his wife moved there from DeSantisville. Hopefully all the moves going. I seen you put you to work. Looks like you're doing some. I saw some insulating there in their new place. So North Carolina looks like a sweet place down there. Hope everything's going good for you and Dustin and the fam and the wife. And so appreciate you taking the time to tune into the show here tonight. So anyways, here's Larry Roden. Like I said last week too, as long as he keeps signing pro gun bills and does the right thing, we're going to keep calling him Larry Roden and not Larry Rodent, as I told Clayton. Half joking, of course. One of my favorite things about South Dakota is how free we are, which is South Dakota is a great state, especially when it comes to freedom to keep and bear arms, Governor Roden stated. We have taken greater actions to defend our Second Amendment rights than any other state. Probably true. Can't verify it, but I can't say he's wrong either. So here's the 3 that he signed. Senate Bill 100, campus carry protections. This bill limits the ability of public higher education institutions in South Dakota to restrict the lawful carrying, possession, storage, or transportation of concealed pistols, stun guns, chemical irritants, oleo resin spray or whatever you want to blast in some piece of shit size who's trying to, assault you or whatever. By individuals with proper permits. Exceptions apply in sensitive areas such as labs with hazardous materials, high security facilities, or during events with active security and screening. Right. And here's another one here. I think we talked about this. Maybe I think I might have talked about this with Todd. He was ready to sign, or me and Clay did. One of these next 2 we talked about, but House Bill 1218, workplace concealed carry permits, ensures that counties, municipalities, and townships cannot prohibit their employees, officers, or volunteers from lawfully carrying concealed firearms and compatible ammunition on government property or in government vehicles. Exceptions exist for secure detention facilities, crisis centers, and transportation situations involving detainees. The bill also protects these government entities from liability stemming from lawful concealed carry. Awesome. Last one, House Bill 1222 expands concealed carry near schools. This bill amends current state law to broaden the situations in which a concealed carry permit holder can lawfully possess a pistol or on or around public school grounds. Individuals with permits may now keep firearms in their vehicles or retrieve them from vehicles while on school property, expanding on previous limitations. Enhanced permit holders may also carry with school authorization. It's great, man. I wish we had that here. With these additions, Governor Roden has signed a total of 157 bills during the current legislative session and vetoed one. All right. So South Dakota kicking ass on our Second Amendment rights. Love to hear that. Love to hear that, man. It hopefully Governor Roden's pro second is good looking and a governor I respected. Christy, no, some people have some problems with her. I didn't have too many with her. All right, let's catch some Dead Wolf Resistance. Let's go. 100% thumbs up. Appreciate you coming back, Dead Wolf. Love it. All right, so if you don't own an AR-15 yet, like I said, I got this article out of Shooting Wire. Author of this is Jason Mosher. You don't own an AR-15, here's 6 to look at. And when we get done with this, I'm going to transition this in. Like I said, we got a lot of fanboys of the short-barreled ARs. I'm not that big a fanboy. I'm not against them. They look cool. We'll get into that after this story. I'm probably in the minority on the short barrels, but let's get into this here. So, yeah. This guy says, Jason Mosher here says, I'm happy to say none of the rifles on this list had any issues regardless of the type of ammo or magazine we used. My favorite mags are P-mags. Mine too, Jason. Love them. Doug Wolf, speaking of that, sell your coat and buy one. That's right. And Guns in the 701 has a sweet decal about that. I actually got to get some more made out of them. His favorite mags are P-mags and HM defense magazines. I got to be honest with you. I know more about AR-15 stuff than most people. I've never heard of HM Defense magazines. But we also use mags from KCI. Never heard of them. Lancer. I own Lancers. They're good. ATI, no. Duramag. Own Duramag. Those I can confirm are good. ETS and Amen too. Men too. I think Dougie has one of those. And man, Dave, who listens to the show and we sponsor him, the Long Range Shooter. Yeah, I think Dave has a negative opinion of those. And I know I tried the 6.5 Grendel Men 2 MIGs. Horseshit. Don't waste your money on those. I put a review on them on Midway USA. The reviews on there weren't good for them either, including mine. For ammo, they ran Hornady 223 55 grain. 55 grain, in my opinion, best one you can use for 223s. Well, that says I'm talking too fast. Take a breath and slow down. All right, I'm wired up a little bit. All right, I'll slow down a little bit. Frontier 5.56, 62 grain. And Frontier, that's Hornady ammo. Fiocchi, Range Dynamics 55 grain FMJ boat tail. I don't know why he's shooting these. FMJs are fun for shooting steel. I'm actually going to use FMJs when we do the Iron Sight Steel Challenge this weekend, but man, I like my ammo to blow shit up when I shoot it. A little more action. And Winchester White Box 55 grain lead core. So I've shot all of these except the Frontier 62 grain. The Frontier 55 grain both tail hollow point shoot freaking awesome. Dan Brown says, doesn't every good gun family have numerous AR-15s? Yeah, Dan, my family does. Eric Newman, longer the barrel, the better. I agree with that, Eric, and we will get into that. I'm not going to get like real in depth on all these AR. Coors Light break here. Bear with me. Oh, man, I tell you what, drinking out of this mug. Like I said before, I think I'm gonna get some of these mugs and have one of our sponsors, Horton Lasercraft, do a little lasering on that for me. I thoroughly. If you're looking for a beer stein, this is metal. It's a Stanley. I bought it when Kmart was closing their doors. This thing's freaking awesome. I love it. Dead Wolf says, I got to shout out Tibrosaurus Rex reviews. He is a fantastic instructor. Right on, buddy. Just got it done for you. Hey, I'm just curious. Anybody can send me a text. Is my mic working good? Because usually, I know I had some problems right away when I switched computers here. I think it's working good now, and I got it dialed. I haven't seen anybody complain about it, so hopefully we're doing good. All right, first one he's got here. I'll vouch for these. Palmetto State Armory. PSA offers the PA-15 multiple configurations, including rifle and pistol platforms. You can purchase a complete rifle or purchase the upper and lower. Right, I don't ever had a lower. Upper for sure worked great. Standard PA-15 from Palmetto State, 16-inch barrel. Yeah, keep that 16-inch barrel in your mind. It's going to be a repeating thing here and brought up in the next segment here. M4 stock, collapsible stock. I think those suck, but whatever. These are base rifles. A2 flash hider. They work good. PSA uses mid-length gas system, which I like because it's ideal for smooth recoil control. Agree with that for sure. He says my experience with them, it's hard to beat the the article spelled it. Not that I suck at English, but he spelled it wrong. Oh, pardon me. It's hard to beat the quality versus price of a PSA rifle. Average price 400 to 700. All right. Radical Firearms. Let me get a couple comments here. Gene says I was trying to duplicate the Frontier loads. Frontier is a good one. The 55 and 68 grain bow tail hollow point. They shoot good in my 20-inch barrel. Awesome, man. Love it. Brian says, sounds good. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate that, my MVE brother. Looking forward to seeing you this weekend, too. Radical Firearms RF-15. My cousin Mitch in South Dakota or in Texas has one. And that's where radicals are made. Actually, they make silencers, too. Silencers are called suppressors. Yeah. He loves his. Never had a problem with it. Radical Firearms are made in Texas, like I said, and much like PSA, they make some great products for a good price. RF-15 is what they call them. 16-inch barrel. What? 16-inch barrel? What? Full-length Picatinny rail and M-lock handguards for accessory mounting. I love M-locks. I'm definitely an M-lock guy too. Average price 450 to 600. This here one, I'll tell you what my problem is with this one. Next one, I'm not saying it's a bad rifle. It's a good rifle. Bushmaster XM15. And here's my main problem with it. You got a freaking carry handle. I can't stand carry. It's permanent on there. It's not detachable. If you got a carry handle that's detachable, I had a DPMS with detachable carry handle. Worked great, shot good for iron sights, but when it's attached, no way. No dice for me on that attached carry handle. That's got to come off. When I buy an AR or build and it's a flat top and I put flip ups on, way more practical. You can get some nice flip up sights too. It had a 15-inch barrel with a pinned and welded flash suppressor. Bushmaster uses a carbine length gas system, a little rougher, and a plastic handguard. I replaced the handguard with a quad rail. Quad rail, and this might get me banned on some quad rails are gay. I hate quad rails. They're heavy. You don't need a freaking full length rail all the goddamn way around. BJ Coons, bear, right on, BJ. I'm gonna get to. I got a couple texts here. Let me see who's texting me. Okay, I got that one from Lynette. Yeah, hopefully, I think I slowed down a little, Lynette. Maybe not. I am wired up tonight for sure. My buddy Al Havo, he says he's starting to get the shakes, man. He needs to go do some shooting and do a little boozing at the Breck range and go anytime, my friend. Probably 2 weeks. We're going up. Got a bed for you in the camper too. We're gonna have a good time. We'll try and keep the doors open and mix there and zap too. Maybe stop in and visit Serena and Alan down there. BYOB there kind of thing. We'll do that. So Bushmaster, like I said, has that 15-inch barrel, chrome line barrel. I do like that. A lot of people piss and moan about chrome line barrels. They're so inaccurate, and I haven't really noticed that. I'm not saying you're shooting half-inch groups all the time. I have definitely shot those kind of groups with them, but that's not, chrome line barrel. They last a long time. Corrosion resistant. Love it. Chrome line barrel and chambers. Average price for that 600 to 800. Yeah, 800 at first. We're not gonna get DB15 Diamondback DB15. We had these at NRA banquets. My buddy Big R there who commented around. He's got a Diamondback 308. Shoots pretty good. I've shot some Diamondback. My buddy Axe has a Diamondback 22. Actually, we're gonna do a review on that. Pretty sweet little revolver. And yeah, 223s, man, they were good. No slop between you. I think Diamondback makes all their own shit in house down there in Florida. DB comes a 16-inch barrel. What? 16-inch barrel? What? Free floating M-Lock handguard. You'll know why I'm saying that about 16-inch barrels here in a little bit. Magpul Mo stock. Love Magpul shit. They're awesome. 4150 chromoly vanadium barrel A2 flash hider. And none, this too, they said Diamondback offers multiple color options, which is nice. Yeah, they Cerakote or I don't think it's Duracoat. I'm pretty sure it's Cerakote. Their upper and lowers you can for a little nominal fee. Average price 550 to 700. I mean that's pretty good. And the people I know got them. Like I said, they shoot good. They shoot good. I mean, not matched by any means, but it depends on what barrel you get. But I mean, enough to where you can dump a freaking coyote at 300 yards. So, and certainly defend your house. A lot of people don't know about this one. IWI Zion 15. That's an Israeli weapons industry. Um, yeah, what I've ever saw of these things, man, they shoot real good, man. They're nice ARs. Hey, I mean, the Israelis are always fighting for their freaking lives over there, so they got to have shit that works good, right? Zion 15. uh, The ones here they make here, they don't. You'll see Zion 15, 16-inch barrel, M-Lock handguard, B5 system furniture. I got to be honest, I have no damn clue what B5 systems are. They use 4150 chromoly vanadium barrels. All right, it's kind of standard. Headquartered in Israel, the Zion is made in Middletown, Pennsylvania. Right. I mean, the ones that we get to use over here, but the ones they they got their own place over in Israel that they make their own weapons. Average price 750 to 900. Yeah, I mean it's a little more, but man, I think what I said, what I saw, these things shoot real good. This next one, never heard of this one actually. Last one on the list here. HM Defense MC5 Raider. Never heard it. Never heard of HM Defense. I got a comment here. Dan Brown, I will miss the Iron Sight Challenge. We have a birthday party for my 3-year-old. Well, Dan, I'll give you a break on that one. I'll give you a break. You got to go to your grandson's birthday party, man. But appreciate you, man. Hopefully you can make the next one. If not, hopefully, when you guys do the shoot out there in Dickinson, I mean, Clay and I'd love to come out there for one or both of those. That'd be a good time. Yep, beer break there. Beer, like BJ said, beer. Anyways, this HM Defense, made in the USA. This guy says they cost a little more than the other ones, but like I said, I've never heard of them. They use a monoblock barrel, which is their patented barrel that has the gas block machine from One Piece. So I don't know if the gas block is it milled like right into the barrel. I mean, that's what it sounds like to me. Which if you can get a one-piece thing going, that's good. They also got a patented bolt carrier group. I don't know. I'm gonna have to look into this stuff. It sounds kind of cool. But MC Raider, 16-inch barrel, free float M-Lock handguard, also available in a pistol version with a shorter barrel. It has a 4150, like I said, chromoly vanadium barrel. Oh, they say match grade. Okay, triple honed and button rifled. So yeah, they're running something down there and getting all the burrs and everything out of it. So every time I've seen that, it seems like it works when they do something like that. Average price, yeah, this one's a little higher, 850 to 1,000. Eric Newman, he said he won't make it up either on call for work. I mean, one good thing for you guys, the weather looks like it's going to be freaking cold. So you're going to be out on that. But I mean, I think we're going to end up having probably 12 to 15 people there for the comp. And yeah, we're going to have good food afterwards. Hey, we got a lot of prizes. Well, I'll get into it a little more later in the show here. So what I would say, I was looking at like some introductory ARs. Like, so if you don't, I know people own ARs and they barely shoot them. If you think you're going to be one of those people, if you're not going to take it hunting, just go to the range where you want it for, home defense, defending the homeland. Shit hits a fan. I'll give you a couple cheaper ones than these guys are saying. ATI, these are imported, 340, but I mean, everybody I know has one and I've seen on them. And these are recent prices. I just looked these up before the show. 340 for their base model. Delton. Delton's been around for a long time, make tons of AR parts. 400. Anderson Manufacturing, 413. But Anderson, that's your freaking poverty pony. Anybody who says about Anderson stuff can suck my freaking wing because Anderson shit has always worked good for me. I got Anderson upper and lowers on AR builds, and my 701 rifle is an Anderson. It works good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with freaking Anderson. And I can't, just because you don't pay a lot, I've got to be a piece of shit. You don't pay a lot for it. Well, sometimes that doesn't matter. In this case, I got nothing bad to say about Anderson stuff and all the stuff I ever. Yeah, JD, yeah, whatever. Anderson doesn't. They don't give a shit. So I'm just telling you. I would say the next step up from those, I always recommend this one to people. M&P 15 Smith & Wesson, $700, but you can get them on sale for less, and they shoot, man. Every M&P 15 I ever seen, you put a half-ass scope on it, that sucker will give you an inch, right around an inch, consistently at 100 yards, and if not better. And I mean, it runs like a sewing machine. Stag arms, I definitely like Stag arms. That's a little higher, 860. Sig, their M400 tread. They make one cheaper now, but the tread's about $950. And I just threw this one in there for my commie loving AK buddies. DPMS, they're still around for sure. They actually make an AK-47. DPMS does, and that thing's going for around $850. Looks pretty sweet, actually. If you're an AK man or woman, get that. DPMS, good shit, man. I like DPMS stuff. Eric Newman, he says, I don't use my AR much, but it's more because it has the night vision scope on it. Okay. Josh Patterson says he got an Andro Corp flat top, got it on sale for $399. Yeah, I do remember you saying that. Josh actually texted me and asked me if I heard of that, and I said, I thought I heard one person have it or nobody, but he said it works good for you. Dan says, agree with you, JD. I have one with an Anderson lower, works just fine. Yeah, thanks, Dan. Appreciate that. Yeah, and they get a bad rap for it. I don't know. I mean, I've seen people, the bolt literally blew up, and I mean, I've seen that from you get a manufacturing defect. I mean, that shit happens with any company. I've seen it. There's a big thing going around about the SIG there. I think Clay and I talked about it last week. The SIG, it just goes off on you and blows up. But so I'll tell you what. We got, what's this one here? I'm looking at my sponsors. We're going to go our first ad. We're at 8:30 here, guys and gals. We get back. We're going to, like I said, we're going to talk about barrels. We got a lot of short barreled fanboys. I've been watching all these videos, and a 16-inch barrel is a piece of shit. Why would you know that? That ain't the barrel you need. And we're going to go over some stats, and we're going to discuss what you guys like, what I like, why I like it. And, it's my show, so I can do that kind of shit. Yeah. All right, I'm going to go with this one here. All four sponsors, I'm going with the full advertising. I don't know what Clay has on this one for me. Like I said, I haven't played it. We're going to hit this one, though. We might have an old one on it. But 5 sponsors are coming back. Let's talk barrel lengths. Why and why not?
Lauer Auto Repair, located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy. Kinetics. To some, it's just a constant constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Ever tried catching a fish with your bare hands or hunting a deer with a stick? Don't be that guy. At Mandan Sporting Goods, we've got all the hunting and camping gear you need. We're your one-stop shop for outdoor adventure.
A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed.
Check us out at mandansportinggoods.com, or better yet, stop in to 210 East Main Street, Mandan, North Dakota. Mandan Sporting Goods, where the outdoors meets functionality. Store hours, Monday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Closed Sunday. Take up arms at Mandan Sporting Goods. Your adventure starts here.
Looking for the best gun gear for every and any situation? Little Angry Man Arms LLC has you covered. Top-notch guns from top-name brands like Winchester, Glock, Sig Sauer, and Ruger to essential extras from Magpul's, Streamlight, Hollow, Sun Optics, and more. Little Angry Man Arms LLC have everything to make your shooting adventures a success. Visit littleangrymanarms.com today and gear up for your next big hunt, competition, or home defense. Don't miss out on our exclusive deals. Little Angry Man Arms LLC, based in Trail City, South Dakota, your ultimate hunting partner.
Anvil Brand LLC, raising and training tomorrow's barrel horses right out of Bismarck, North Dakota. Tracy and her family are great American patriots who not only support the Second Amendment, but they also promoted what you're looking for, top quality barrel horses. Go ahead and give Tracy a call at 701-471-6629 and tell them Guns and 701.com sent you. That's Anvil Brand LLC out of Bismarck, North Dakota.
T-shirts tucked in, know my worth, can't tell me nothing. White Nikes, albino, pink cop.
All right, we're back. 701 Nation, JD here. 2A Tuesday edition. I just had to laugh. I just got an update here. Good old Jasmine Crockett, the Democrat there from H-Town, making fun of Texas Governor Greg Abbott for being paralyzed, saying Ted Cruz needs to get knocked over the head and all kinds of others, citing a bunch of violence, which they claim our side does. Just got charged with assault. She assaulted a reporter. Good for you, Jasmine. Good for you, because I knew you'd reap the whirlwind, you unhinged leftist freak. Good for you. Anyway, let's get into this barrel talk here. And you guys got any more comments? I'd be more than happy when we start talking about these barrels. So, like I said, the fanboys, I've been watching these videos on YouTube and Rumble. Yeah, nobody needs a 16-inch barrel. That's a shit barrel. Why would you want that when you can have this sweet freaking 11.5-inch barrel? And then, I'll tell you why I'm not. Listen, are they cool looking? Yeah. Josh says, me and the boy will be there. Not sure how well. I'll shoot, having trouble with my vision. All right, Josh, appreciate that. What Josh is talking about is the Iron Sight Steel Challenge. Well, hey, we're starting out at 50 anyway, so you said you were doing pretty good at 25 there or whatever. I think we'll let it ride, man. We'll see how she goes. Here's my problem with these short barrels. Listen, do they work good in close quarter areas? Yeah. In and out of your truck? Yeah. I think it gets blown out of proportion a little bit, because if you got a 16-inch barreled AR and you got a collapsible stock, I mean, you can make that sucker. I mean, it's plenty maneuverable. And my thing with the longer barrel is, I'll tell you what. So let me just give you a muzzle velocity here on some things. 20-inch barrel with the 155 grain. I can't remember. Yeah, exactly what Doug says. When you get the 10.5, anything shorter than 14.5, you got to get an SBR, and then you have to be the SBR and you pay your $200 and yeah, the freaking brace. And I mean, it's a bunch of complicated bullshit. I can't stand it. I mean, if you want to do it, go ahead. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm just telling. So 20-inch barrel with the XM155s here, 3,258 feet per second. The thing with velocity, if you don't know, you get way more energy on target, far more lethal with velocity. So the same bullet, 16-inch barrel, it's 3,094. So you're losing 164 feet per second with a 16-inch barrel for a 20. And say you go down to your super cool tactical guy. Why do you need a 16-inch barrel, piece of shit? Here's why. From a 16-inch barrel to a 10.5-inch freaking super cool tactical guy who's never going to clear rooms, you're losing 302 feet per second. That is a freaking shit ton of energy. If you don't know about that, I mean, listen, if you're gonna shoot that piece of shit, cannonball throwing short little stubby piece of shit out to 150, 200 yards, and then by all means use that slow son of a bitch. I'll take my 16-incher. It'll be far more lethal, won't drop as much, and it's just gonna yeah, and it's just gonna be a better. And in fact, it's gonna run cleaner. It's not going to beat the shit out of the internal parts. The shorter you got, I mean, the rougher it is, and it's going to burn all the powder out of there. You're not going to get more shit back into the action like an AR does. So it shouldn't chat me, but it does chat me a little. And these guys sit there and piss and moan about 16. And sponsor of our show, Jake. I believe Jake was an airborne over in Afghanistan. Jake said the guys are over there clearing rooms, 20-inch barrel, the old A2 20-inch barrel. You know why? Because they kicked ass and had way more freaking killing power than a fucking 14.5-inch M4. That's why. Yeah, but it's short. They didn't have a problem. And that was with the freaking A2 stock. It didn't even fucking collapse. So, not only that, the longer gas system you get, shoots way smoother. Like I said, you get a rifle length and a mid length, and these shorties, 10.5 to 11.5, whatever, 13. Not that in a 223 has a bunch of goddamn recoil, but I mean they do make them in 308s too. But it's way rougher, way more recoil, loud AF with that short ass fucking barrel. I'm gonna suppress mine, JD. Go ahead, and like I said, you're gonna blow your shit back and you're gonna dirty the shit out of your freaking rifle because you don't got a bunch of burned up powder in there. Dead Wolf says I can maybe do 21 feet presently. Hopefully the eye doc can do it. He says, yeah, man, eye problems suck. I hope that it turns out good for you, Dead Wolf. I really do, man. I hate shit like that. I hate hearing something like that. Dan Wolf, my LE experience with 16-inch AR showed that the muzzle didn't extend any further than your handgun with your arms extended. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Dan was a man. He was out doing this shit, man. And me, I'm never probably gonna have to clear rooms or any of that shit. And Dan, exactly, 16-inch AR. I mean, I can collapse the damn thing and hold it like a freaking pistol if I want to. It's just I don't listen. And then like the 14, these guys are saying like the 14 inches is a big. And then if you get a 14-inch, then you got to get your muzzle pinned. So it's a 16-inch because anything less than a 16, like Axe said, then you got to get your SBR. Yeah, 16-inch barrel, and then plus a 16-inch barrel, you're getting another anywhere from I would say 50 to 80 feet per second. Well, that doesn't mean shit. Well, it does it longer range. You damn right it does it long. Not like I'm not saying accuracy wise, but your velocity and freaking smack power when you hit shit. Damn right it does. Especially when you're going shorter. Every 50 feet per second matters, and so does 80. And like I said, you get to that 20-inch, the 20-inch barrel. I thought the Marines were going to like stick with that for a while, or maybe they are, just because of that simple fact that it reaches out flatter, hits harder. And, I'm definitely a 20-inch barrel. And we'll talk about the guns we're getting here in a little bit. And, like maneuverability, right? I'll admit you can't. From a 16 to a 14, I bet you freaking hardly even would notice when you're maneuvering shit around, for sure. Weight, 2 inches of barrel. I mean, I don't know what that would weigh. If I had to guess, 8 ounces maybe. I don't know. And like I said, accuracy is probably the same. Like I said, if you're going to just keep it for home defense or whatever, I'm telling you, either have some freaking earmuffs around if you think you got to clear your house, or get a can on it, because you let a freaking round off inside your house, and that's with any barrel, but with one of these short barreled flame throwing son of a bitches, I guarantee you, your ears, you will have hearing damage for the rest of your life with one fucking round inside your house or your garage or whatever. So get it, freaking get a can on it, or have some earmuffs ready because I never hear it when I'm hunting and the round goes off. Yeah, you're right. You might not hear either, but you'll know afterwards when your freaking ears are ringing for the rest of your goddamn life. So listen, get what you want. I'm gonna go. If anybody asks me, 16-inch barrel, and even that some bitch is loud in an AR, but it's not as loud as these short barreled ones. I mean, most of my shit's suppressed. Um, Pam Bondi, they're talking about, the Attorney General. Maybe they can do something to get these suppressors off the NFA. I certainly hope so. We'll find out. I mean, that's a developing story. Every day it seems like more stuff's coming out. A bunch of these freaking hardcore fucking gun guys on Pam Bondi's a rat, and Trump made her turn this shit. Pam Bondi's going to do whatever Trump wants her to do, or she's going to get shit canned. So get off the shit that Pam Bondi's some worthless piece of shit. You guys said that. A bunch of these same people said that about Trump. Bump stocks. Yeah, but then we're not going to get that whole thing about judges. Judges turn that around. Trump's going to be so far. He changed the website. He actually put on the White House's website, which I've never even fucking heard of. He put on there, shall not be infringed for the Second Amendment. That's a headline on it. Shall not be infringed on the Second Amendment. You can find another president that did that and put that on the website, or had a big banner set up in a White House or whatever. Go ahead and find that shit for me, because I bet you won't do it. If you can, admit I'm wrong, but it's up there now. Love that shit. Thank you. Thank God he won. We're going to get all this court shit. Hopefully most of it's straightened out. These freaking ratty ass judges, there was air quotes on judges there, right? They're these activist judges. When Democrats appoint somebody, they're anti-constitutionalists. Don't freaking kid yourself about that bullshit. So we're supposed to, out of the 10 million of them coming in, we're going to let every one of them come to court because they're seeking asylum. Bullshit. They were told to say it on that freaking CB1 app that rat ass bastard Biden cacklebox fucking put in there. Anyway, let's get back to guns. You guys got any more comments on short barrels? What's your preferred barrel length? I will tell you, M22 arcs we're going to be having built from Bloodline Kinetics from Jake, 18-inch barrel. Like I said, I would prefer the 20 on that. One of the reasons shorter barrels are coming in is because more guys are using cans and they don't want a long barrel, right? I got a 6.5 Creed. I had one. My old one was a 24-inch barrel with a can on it. That motherfucker was a battleship barrel. I didn't like that. 22 is as long as I'd want to go now on that with a can on it. And my 22-inch, I do have a K can. I think I'm going to put that on there and see how that compares. I mean, one shot of it doesn't ring my ears good. I mean, it's a hunting rifle. Hunting rifle. But yeah, because I hate going without a can anymore. It sucks up recoil and all kinds of other good shit. So beer break drink right here for me. Give me a sec. All right. Got a good, maintain a good crowd, and I appreciate everybody once again. Let's keep going here. I'm going to get into my mag dump here. And I'm going to tell you that after that, I'm going to talk a little bit, maybe a little bit more. We're going to go with the mag. So I told you guys at the beginning of the show here, Democrats in DC, Tim Kaine and 21 other D-rats, leftists here, anti-American leftists, have introduced the Keep Americans Unsafe Act. I added the unsafe part because that's exactly what it's going to do. Keep Americans Safe Act. Gun control bill that aims to ban, here we go, following what Colorado's doing, standard capacity magazines holding more than 10 rounds. You know, their freaking whole 10 round shit. It is so freaking annoying with the 10 goddamn rounds. If enacted, this legislation would prohibit the sale, transfer, possession, importation, or manufacture of these magazines nationwide. So you possessing one over 10 rounds, your ass is grass if Tim Kaine and the crew gets their way and the rest of the Dems. The proposed legislation revives elements from the now defunct 1994 Bill Clinton Democrat assault weapons ban, which expired in 2004. Thank you, President Bush. Thank you, Republicans. Thank you, NRA, for getting the sunset prohibition put in there. Not the prohibition, but the sunset provision put in there. Proponents, including Tim Kaine, who, I mean, he's just a weird, like most of these Democrats are weird looking people, and Tim Kaine is no exception. No exception. Doug says micro nines carry more than 10 rounds. Yeah, well, if Tim Kaine gets his way, actually, you're going to be a freaking felon. You don't need more than 10 rounds. How the hell Democrats know that is beyond me. Tim Kaine claimed that Kaine and the Democrats claim that restricting magazine capacity will reduce mass shooting fatalities. I mean, I pointed this out a number of times. The shooting in Florida at the school there with Dave Hogwash. I can't. The name escapes me occasionally. 17 people were slaughtered. 10, 15 more wounded. 10-round magazines. The guy used 10-round fucking magazines in his AR-15. You know what happens then when it's 10 rounds and they keep doing that? Oh, we need 7 rounds. We need 5 rounds. Well, you can't even have the son of a bitch in AR-15. It's bullshit. Magazine capacity doesn't fucking restrict. Cho, who shot at Virginia Tech, I don't remember how many, 28 killed and at least that many more wounded. 2 handguns, a 9mm and a 22. 10-round fucking magazines. Get out of my face with your magazine ban bullshit. That doesn't keep people safer from mass fucking shooting. Citing statistics, I said, from the Clinton air ban. However, independent studies, including a 2004 report from the Department of Justice, found no evidence that the ban had any impact on crime rates or public safety. That's because it freaking didn't then, and it didn't now. California has a 10-round magazine ban, and their AR-15s, they got a goddamn bullet button. You got to take your fucking magazine out. They're the leading state with freaking mass shootings. I mean, don't use common sense, JD. That's you gotta rule with your feelings, dude. The bill includes provisions allowing law enforcement agencies to, here we go, confiscate and destroy newly prohibited magazines. But of course, they'll still authorize buybacks. But if you don't let them buy back your property, buy back something they never owned, then they'll confiscate the son of a bitch, and you will be a felon and destroy it. Really? Here's another prime example of these assholes saying we on the right are fucking Nazis. When has a Republican proposed, and the Democrats have done this numerous times, confiscating your magazines or your guns and destroying them and making you a felon or throwing you in jail? When the fuck have we proposed that? Trump hasn't proposed that, right? JD Vance hasn't proposed that. Even that old mummy Mitch McConnell, none of these have proposed that. We're the fucking, you guys are the ones acting like goddamn Nazis. Shut the F up with that bullshit. One side's the freaking closest thing to Nazis, and that's the Democrats. And I'm not saying they're full-on Nazis yet, but they're damn sure a hell of a lot closer than any Republican is. It also imposes strict serial number and manufacturing date requirements on any future production of magazines. So any magazine, and go ahead and put a serial number on there, like the Nazis did the Jews on their arms, right? Serialize them, you freaking rats. The Keep America's Unsafe Act is a blatant infringement on the second. I'm reading here from USA Carry. Second Amendment. Of course, it is stripping citizens of their ability to own commonly used and constitutionally protected firearm accessories. Well, we got Democrat-controlled courts saying magazines aren't protected now. They're an accessory to your gun. So a trigger isn't either, right? A trigger is just a goddamn accessory. You should just be able to, and a stock's an accessory too. You should just be able to hold the goddamn barrel and then Jimmy rig yourself a trigger. These freaking people will do any goddamn thing to fuck with your Second Amendment rights. Yeah, you're swearing a lot. Yeah, I am swearing a lot because this is such bullshit. These freaking people are unreal. Standard capacity magazines often exceed 10 rounds, which Doug said on there his carry pistol does, and are widely used by millions of gun owners for self-defense, sporting, and recreational shooting. You goddamn right it is. Goddamn 10 round. So 10 round. Like I said, I've said this before on the show too. If somebody breaks into my house and all I got is a 10-round magazine, man, I'm glad they banned anything over 10 rounds, because I really don't think I need to, more than 10 rounds to defend my wife and my family from I don't know who the hell's invading. Maybe it's 3 people and they got 20 rounders and I got 10s, but I mean, that's all I need is a 10 rounder. They don't fucking know what you need. Shut the hell up with that shit. I'm gonna get to some comments here. Brian Warner, just curious, how many rounds are carried in the magazines that the Secret Service carry? 100%, Brian. And not only that, what they carry, they still carry the 9mm MP5s. And I guarantee you, I don't know what an MP5 holds, probably 25, 30 rounds, if not more. I guarantee you they get, I know all their ARs are carrying 30 rounders. And I guarantee you in the back of their freaking Secret Service detail trucks, they got fucking beta drums and all kinds of freaking shit in there and loaded magazines and ammo. Yeah, BJ says more than 10 guaranteed. Yeah, 100% BJ. Dead Wolf Resistance 13 says, I could probably make my own 40 rounder, even with my limited metal fab skills. Yeah. A buddy of mine told me a story. He was in Iraq. Then when they went into the mess hall, they wouldn't let you carry a magazine in there. They were afraid of negligent discharges. Well, I mean, how many times over there, which he told me they knew, an Iraqi that acted like they were on your side, or a zapper would come in there with his own gun and shoot everybody up. It happened numerous times. So he did. He's a handy kind of guy. He made his own like little 5-round mag that he used, and then people would ask him, "Hey man, I'm going to Chow. Can I use your freaking magazine?" Because they couldn't see it. It was a 5-round. A 5 rounds better than freaking nothing, guaranteed. So yeah. Swearing. Dead Wolf says swearing. What's that? Yeah, exactly. I like to swear. A lot of people don't like it. I mean, when I was around my grandma and shit, I mean, I don't do it around people like that, or people that I'm unfamiliar with. I don't, whatever. Or if we have the governor on or something, I don't do shit like that. But 2A Tuesday, I'm gonna do it. Wet my whistle break right here. Hang on. All right. Let me finish this up here a little bit. Like I said, ban would only hinder. The bill arbitrarily defines large capacity as anything over 10 rounds. Bullshit, horse shit. Ignoring the reality that many handguns and rifles are designed to function with magazines holding 15 to 30 rounds. Right. Unless you're in a commie state. I mean, New York had it down to 7. I think that got reversed. Criminals, by definition, do not obey laws, which I said they don't give a shit. They'll put a beta drum in there and come in and you got 10 rounds. That's bullshit. Eat some of this shit. Meaning this ban would only hinder law-abiding citizens from effectively defending themselves while having little to no effect on crime. Yeah, no effect is what I'm telling you from everything I've ever seen. Banning standard high-capacity magazines is not just unconstitutional, but ineffective and unsafe for the law-abiding citizen. I added that last part. States that have implemented similar bans, such as rat-ass California and New York, have seen no reduction in violent crime, which I stated earlier. Moreover, the U.S. Supreme Court's Bruin decision reaffirmed that gun control measures must align with historical precedent. Right. And there was freaking puckle guns back then that shot like 30 goddamn rounds. So they didn't ban those, and banning magazine capacity in which case would not go with historical precedent. But the Supreme Court keeps refusing to take these cases and assault weapons bans. It's bullshit. It's because Justice Roberts is a chicken shit. I don't know if they got a video of him having sex with a little, I don't know, something. Maybe it was with a chicken. I don't know what the hell it is, but he sure as hell isn't acting like a constitutionalist, what he claims he was. So, and of course, this legislation likely to face strong opposition from Second Amendment advocates, and it's facing it right now. Republican lawmakers and gun rights organizations. Right. Every gun rights organization I know will damn sure oppose that bullshit. That I can tell you. All right. Exclamation points, not swearing, Brian says. That's right, Brian. And I'm freaking exclamation pointing the shit out of it tonight. I remember Trump used to say that. But anyway, my kids loved it when they were little. Did they give up micro stamping the fired brass? Nah. I mean, temporarily, I have heard that in some. I mean, it doesn't work anyways. It's such a freak. Or they want the chamber to, micro. They either wanted the firing pin to put it on there, or I mean, most of the time it didn't work. And micro stamping is a freaking joke. They want it to work so bad, the leftists, the real freaking Nazis in this country. It's not going to work. Come on, man. Got to swear in the governor. I will say the governor might throw out what's the word I want to use for it? Let's just say he swears a little bit. Not all the time, but he has off when the mics are off, which I'm cool with. People who don't swear or have a beer now and then, or drink a beer, I mean, they're kind of sus sometimes. Some of them aren't, but most of them are to me. All right. Tell you, what are we at here? 9 o'clock. I'm gonna do one more. I'm gonna do one more ad, and then I got two more mag dumps that definitely won't be as long as that one. And then I got the happy ending chronicle. Let's see here. Okay? Here come the big three, and we're gonna come back. NRA, like I told you guys at the beginning, they got America's Rifle Challenge. Barrett Firearms investing in something pretty sweet, and happy ending chronicle. And we'll go over what Clay's what Clay's got, who guess he's got Thursday, and a few other things coming up. We'll talk a little bit about the Iron Sight Steel Challenge Saturday. Hang in there, gang. Be right back. Big three right here.
Located at 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Give them a call at 701-258-6308.
The team of mechanics at Lauer Auto can take care of any problem your vehicle is having. And when you do business with Lauer, you can be assured you're doing business with a pro Second Amendment America First repair shop. There are plenty of other auto repair shops in the Bismarck-Mandan area. But why take a chance at patronizing a shop that might not have your beliefs at heart? Make no mistake. Lauer Auto is your pro Second Amendment repair shop. When you talk to the guys at Lauer Auto, don't forget to tell them that you heard they are a sponsor of Guns and the 701 and that you appreciate their support of our pro Second Amendment, pro North Dakota live stream and podcast. That's Lauer Auto Repair, 701-258-6308.
701-258-6308.
Located 309 South Washington Street in Bismarck, North Dakota.
Experience the exhilaration of power in your hands at Bloodline Kinetics. Why Cerakote? Simply, it aids in firearm preservation while also giving your piece a unique look. Barrel threading, NFA laser engraving, bolt handle threading, mount, level, and bore, sight scope chamber, rebarreling, and much more. Bloodline Kinetics is meant to reflect a long American lineage in gun ownership, who stand for the Second Amendment rights, Bloodline, and the science behind gun accuracy, Kinetics. To some, it's just a constitutional right that can go away. To us, it's in our American bloodline, and we believe it should stay that way. Here at Bloodline Kinetics, we understand that hunters, sportsmen, women, and gun owners should have a quality firearm. Stop and see us at 2008 Morrison Avenue 2 in Bismarck, North Dakota, 58504, Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Call 701-390-7997. Visit our website, bloodlinekinetics.com.
Anvil Brand LLC, raising and training tomorrow's barrel horses right out of Bismarck, North Dakota. Tracy and her family are great American patriots who not only support the Second Amendment, but they also promoted what you're looking for, top quality barrel horses. Go ahead and give Tracy a call at 701-471-6629 and tell them Guns and 701.com sent you. That's Anvil Brand LLC out of Bismarck, North Dakota.
Like Michael, the flow like Aubrey. Walk around thinking I'm a prince like Saudi. Mismatched Converse, t-shirts tucked in. Know my worth, can't tell me nothing. White Nikes, albino, pink.
Hey, welcome back, JD 701 Nation 2A Tuesday. Yeah, I know we got to update them commercials, but Anvil Brand is actually going to be a sponsor, one of the sponsors of the Iron Sight Steel Shooting Challenge this Saturday. So, that one's still in there. Clay and Deeks usually do the updating on the commercials on here. So, right. Remember to hit the like. Right. Dead Wolf Resistance 13. Remember to hit the like. Guys, if you hit like, even if you watch and you got to go or you just watch for a second, hit like on whatever platform you're on because it definitely helps us break the algorithm. I'll give you an update on Jasmine Crockett. Went on X. She was on there trying to explain on her X page what happened. She's absolutely getting fucking destroyed in the comments. It is freaking great. I told you were going to reap the whirlwind, you freaking leftist unhinged freak. And now it's coming. I love it. I freaking love it. Hey, so much for Trump. His people let the top secret war plans out on the Telegram, whatever goddamn app. Listen, right after this, I'll get in back. I'm not going to be preached at to people about frickin' keeping a government frickin' secure by a frickin' party of complete, unhinged, anti-American assholes who let 10 million people cross our fucking borders in 4 years. Eat shit. No frickin' war secrets are out. Yeah, the guy effed up. Why the hell he's got a number from some liberal shit stain in his phone from the Atlantic, anyways, I don't know, but don't preach to me about security when you let 10 million people, unvetted people in here over 4 years. I'm not going to hear it from you. Guess what? It's gone now because your gal Jasmine just freaking put a boot up your own ass. Yeah, I love it. Jasmine Crockett shit is what her name should be, not Crockett. So, all right, let's hit it. Another mag dump here. NRA's got something going on. It's kind of a state level thing. Maybe it'll make its way up here, or maybe we should think about trying this. Brian Warner says, "Well, Crockett thinks she's a gangsta, so she gets what she wants, right? Yeah, she's gonna get what she wants. No, it's great. She deserves everything she gets. And I mean, just making fun of the governor of Texas for being paralyzed since he was in his 20s. I mean, just a freaking low life." Dead Wolf Resistance. Hell yeah. Fucking hell yeah. All right. NRA Competition Shooting Division is launching America's Rifle Challenge, an all AR based program to both build and test skills for shooters of all levels. On April 19, 2025, at Camp Atterbury, Indiana, just south of Indy, the NRA is holding the America's Rifle Challenge, a one-day AR-based comp with 2 levels, giving the competitor a fun, exhilarating introduction to the action shooting sports with their AR. This will be great. There will be great NRA prizes and awards for competitors and winners. After the shooting, hey, it's going to be just like we got going on this Saturday, man. After the shooting is completed, they invite you to stick around for a free barbecue lunch for all competitors and one immediate family member or friend watching the match. American Rifleman TV, which I do watch, and Shooting USA, I also watch. Good shows. We'll be filming the match and conducting interviews with competitors and spectators. ARC has 2 levels. Level 1, and I don't know if I want to read this whole thing. I'll kind of the course of fire is conducted from 10 yards out to 100. Yeah, I mean, it's not, and they kind of, they don't move around as much on this one like they do the second one. They say they're just it's kind of an entry level. The second one, these guys are shooting from precision shooting from 100 out to 400 speed. Stage planning. So yeah, they're going to run around using barricades, close quarters exercise. Oh, that's what you need that short barrel for. I bet you these guys all have minimum of 16-inch barrels if they're shooting out to 400. You can hit something out at 400. Yeah, you can bang steel at 400, even farther than that, even with a 14-inch barrel. But energy on target. Level 2, higher round count, more dynamic. In the stages for sure. If you're a safe operator, what are you going to invite careless ones? I want to experience match and test unlike any other competitor with your AR, you should register immediately. Yeah, if you want to check this out, competitions.nra.org / if you go on the NRA's website, I'm sure you can look it up. This ARC, America's Rifle Challenge. Look that up on the NRA's. If you're in Indiana, I don't know that we got anybody listening in Indiana or who's going to be there then, but by all means, check it out. They got volunteer staff for it too. We got a volunteer staff out at Axis for Saturday too. It's us. Gonna be fun, man. I'm looking forward to it. All right, let me get to the last one here. Last mag dump. Like I said, guys, I want to try and keep it around 18 wheels and dozen 6-shooters. Good evening, all. Good evening, buddy. You're gonna have to go back and listen to the rest of the show. I think we had a good one going. I was fired up. We had some good shit going tonight, so I hope we can get back and check. It's not when I do these, it's not getting put into. I could put it into podcast format, but I'm not gonna. I should, but I'm not gonna. You're just gonna have to watch it online, or Sorry. Drink a beer, and I'm gonna continue here. All right. Next mag dump. Murfreesboro, Tennessee. Barrett Firearms, which I said manufacturing, has announced plans to a new state-of-the-art facility. And remember, Smith & Wesson just moved out of Massachusetts, or I think that's where they were, and they built a big huge facility in Tennessee there. This Barrett one's not as big. I want to say Smith and Wesson was like 700 acres. This one's, I mean, this is no small thing, but I mean, obviously Barrett's not as big as Smith and Wesson, but they do make awesome shit. Announced plans for a new state-of-the-art facility set to redefine excellence in weapon systems manufacturing while delivering job growth for the region. The announcement was made formally by the Department of Tennessee Economic and Community Development Thursday, March 20th. Yeah, I'm hoping Governor Armstrong can start announcing some gun, not even gun. Like I said, we got a lot of gun. I mean, I want everybody to buy guns from Bloodline Kinetics, but and Mandan Sporting Goods and he said 18 wheels and doesn't. Good old YouTube didn't send out a notification. Yeah, that figures. That figures. Sorry, man. Yeah, it'd be nice if we got like a bullet company or something coming here, some Magpul or something. Just anyway, 76.4 million campus-style industrial precinct to be known as Barrett Manufacturing and Technology Campus. If you don't know what Barrett was sold, I think an Australian company bought Barrett, and they were all worried. But Clay and I talked about this at the guy's interview. The guy's awesome. He's like, yeah, we ain't shit. He understands what the hell is going on in Australia, and he hates it. But so they're going to be constructing a 170-acre greenfield site in the company's Murfreesboro. I'm not pronouncing it wrong. It's Murfreesboro. I mean, that's where Barrett started, actually. It was in Ronnie Barrett in the 80s. Tennessee heartland and less than a mile from the current base at which Barrett has become a global leader. Expansion will double Barrett's workforce over the next 5 years and enable the company to meet. What do you mean grow? You can't grow under Trump. Everything's so cheap. The gun, and trust me, the gun industry is going to keep going. To meet growing worldwide demand for its commercial and defense products. Right. I mean, 50 cals are sold all over the world. Axe has one. It's freaking awesome. Great. Actually, doesn't even recoil that bad at that. Can't remember if she said he was. Did you get the can for that axe, or did you say you weren't gonna? No, I can't remember. But anyway, he'll end up getting one. Trust me. The facility is planned to open in early 2027. The announcement was made by Tennessee Governor Bill Lee, Department of Community Development Commissioner Stuart McWhorter, and Barrett Firearms. Barrett CEO Brian James said, "We thank the Tennessee Economic and Community Development for their vision and for their shared enthusiasm in this growth opportunity in our state." It's gonna be Tennessee's. I mean, they're getting known for this. God, I wish North Dakota was. It just drives me nuts. This is significant investment and boring shit. Let me get in. Mr. Rob Neoa, the CEO of Barrett's parent company, Neoa Group, said, "We'll thoroughly announce the expansion of Barrett's operations in Murfreesboro and look forward to a positive impact." Yeah, okay. So anyways, if everybody thinks Barrett just makes 50s, no can yet, Axe says on the 50. Maybe they'll become cheaper if they can. Hey, right. If Trump and AG Bondi start doing what they really should do to the ATF, I mean, shit might start getting cheaper, and we can get that shit off the. I don't know if they can get it off the NFA. I think that's going to have to go, and that's not going to work. But they might be able to make shit more affordable and easily more accessed. But stay tuned. We're going to find out, in my guess, in the next month or two. So yeah, like I said, if you think Barrett just makes 50 cals, no dice. They're going to be capable of designing, developing, manufacturing, testing, sustaining, and distributing. Right. I mean, they're going to have a gun range there, and they already make ARs. I think they're piston ARs, actually, but they're going to make commercial firearms of all types, advanced military small arms, specialist ammunition of various natures. Right. I'm sure for the 50, the 50 is really like an anti-material. It's not like a personnel thing. I mean, it obviously works on people and shit too, but it's made for taking out vehicles. So maybe they're going to change the ammo up, which would be nice. I mean, if they actually did, more people, I mean, trust me, more people are going to start hunting with 50s, but it's never going to be like a common, hey man, what are you hunting with? I got my Barrett 50 with. That's never going to be a common thing they're so heavy and unwielding. I mean, it's cool. Axe shot is with one. I would be more than happy to do it with one too, but it's not going to be a common. But I'm probably going to make, other types of firearms and shit like that. But maybe they'll make hunting ammo for a 50. So, stage one of the BMTC with a total floor area of 250,000 square feet features an on-site cafeteria, multi-use auditorium, conference and training rooms, outdoor meeting rooms. R&D facilities include state-of-the-art testing ranges and lab space. So awesome, man. Love to see firearms companies, gun manufacturers, ammo manufacturers doing that, expanding. And I should have had a list here. Like, if you don't think Trump's bringing manufacturing back to America, man, there's billions upon billions of dollars of Kia just invested. I don't remember how many billion. Kia, Kia's freaking coming here to manufacture shit because of the Trump policies of offering coming back here. But I mean, far be it from that. I mean, they're too busy talking about a goddamn text message that didn't have anything worth a shit in it talking about instead of. I mean, listen, the leftist media barely gave a goddamn blip to Elon Musk sending up his own freaking spaceship to rescue them astronauts that Biden said, we can't get them. I guess they're just fucked. They're going to have to sit up there and starve to death until we figure something out. Elon said, I'd go get them. And that freaking mummy Biden wouldn't let them do it because they knew it'd make them look like shit because they're fucking idiots. And they're doing the same shit. Luckily, we have alternative media that's growing, which with any luck will be the mainstream media. They're getting there. I mean, the old dinosaur ABC, CBS, NBC, them scumbags, they're circling the fucking drain. I love it. Love that shit. All right. Beer break. Hang on. Oh, hey, man, you guys got any comments on these articles? We got a lot of good comments that came in there, but you got any comments on the shit I'm saying? By all means. Maybe there's a Democrat listening and thinks I'm a fucking idiot. Go ahead and call me when I couldn't care less. I'll be more than happy to hash that over with you. Yeah. All right. Let's go. Happy Ending Chronicle. Getting it out of the armed citizen here. NRA Meg. That's right. Lifetime NRA member right here. 100 freaking %. Love the NRA. Got their shit back together. Great, man. The NRA is freaking awesome. They're still, no matter what you think of them, they're still swinging the big D in the room. And you can try and tell yourself they're not, but they are, man. So this Elon does have them squealing, Gene Cox says. Oh, absolutely, Gene. Freaking, and Elon Musk, when Clay and I, before I get to this, I'm going to just tell you, when Clay and I started filling in there at 1270 for that time, Mayor Bakken, appreciate him having us on, filling in for him. Elon Musk, he was for assault weapons bans, background checks. Why do you need this? The left pushed Elon to be freaking one of us, man. I mean, they did the left with their insane anti-American, anti-freedom policies. That's why he bought X. He bought X because he realized the left was suppressing free. We're the Nazis, but people like Elon come to our side and let free speech happen. I mean, again, who's the real fucking Nazis here? You know who it is, Democrats. It's you. And they hate Elon Musk now. They loved his electric car. He's saving the atmosphere with his electric cars. And now they're out there burning them up. They had a piece of shit in Fargo. Thank God they found out who it was. They firebombed a goddamn Tesla down there, and they got this scumbag. I'm sure it's some unhinged, weird-looking freak leftist who listens to Joel Heitkamp's show every goddamn day and thinks Rob Portley is freaking great. Hopefully they let the story come out. We will find that out. Anyway, Happy Ending Chronicle. Why are you picking on Rob Port? He knows why. He's a scumbag too. He's a freaking backstabbing son of a bitch to the freaking Republicans in this state. On the evening of January 24th, a man broke into a home in Phoenix, Arizona. The homeowner shot the piece of shit and notified authorities. First responders had the suspect transported to the hospital. Here's where the Happy Ending Chronicle comes in, where the suspect died of the gunshot wounds. Oh, that's too bad. You don't want to get shot. You don't want to get an arrow shot through. You don't want a bat over your head. You don't want to die. You don't want to don't break into people's houses. Don't try and beat the shit out of people with you and your gang. Don't try to rape people. Don't try to take people prisoner. Because this is what happens. This is what happens. That's why this is a happy ending. Because the son of a bitch might have done all of that stuff, torture people. They might have done all this shit to him. But guess what? This dude had his own gun, and he did society a favor by getting rid of this piece of human trash. The homeowner was briefly detained and questioned, and then released. Thank God, as he should have been. As he should have been. Love that. Brian Wanders says, never wanted a Tesla until the left started hating them so much. Yeah, me either. And by the way, they're freaking bulletproof. Man, you see not with everything, but 9mm pistols. In fact, I was out at Axe and Lynette's place. We were watching them. They were shooting, and a hot-looking gal was shooting a bunch of bullets into the thing and couldn't penetrate it. It was great. Josh Patterson, Rob Port is like Brock Wall, a goddamn oxygen thief. Exactly. And he tries to portray himself as a common sense kind of guy. He's not. I mean, money must change people, because Rob Porthole used to be, man, the dude is realistically, he was more conservative than me. Like I said, I consider myself a Republican anyways. I'm not like a hardcore conservative. I mean, a lot of people, I probably am to a lot of people, but I mean, you go look up the North Dakota Republican Party platform and read that. I've got it on my phone. That's who I am. That's who I am. I'm a Republican. Dead Wolf Resistance 13. I park next to EV chargers. There are no EVs there, right? Part of my job, I deliver product for the business I work for as part of my job. I see the EV chargers up by oh God, I can't think of it. Well, it's up by the Chinese or the Japan. Sorry, Japan. The Japan steakhouse up there, and TJ Maxx. There's a big one in there. I think in the last year, I've probably seen 2 or 3 cars parked there, and I go by there almost every freaking morning, sometimes in the afternoon. So 18 wheels and a dozen 6-shooters says, we can't argue with you. You drink Coors Light. That would be like picking on a short bus passenger. Oh, hey, comes out of the Rocky Mountains, man. It's pure. No tap water. No fluoride and chlorine in there. I know Colorado's turned into a cup, but I mean, where it comes out of the mountains, maybe. I mean, that might be on the western part of Colorado where I know people who've been to the Coors Light Brewery. They said it's pretty sweet there. Dead Wolf says, I'm in Fargo. Don't tell anyone. Yeah. Well, if you find out who that person was who firebombed the Tesla, and it's got to be, obviously, it's some leftist unhinged freak. So I'd love to hear that. So tell you what, guys, we're going to get one more. Oh man, that's good. All right, so we're going 122, went longer than I said, so we're gonna cut it short here. By the way, Game and Fish new licenses are due April 1st coming up. Yeah, I know that sucks. I'm gonna get one too. Iron Sight Steel Challenge. Don't forget, it's gonna be this Saturday, 11 o'clock. Hey, if you're still thinking about coming and undecided, show up. Bring your thermal underwear, I guess. So it's going to be like a high of 37 or whatever it is. The wind, I mean, just plan on the wind being 10 to 15 per usual. Got prizes to give away. Barrel threading from Bloodline Kinetics. Horton Lasercraft at a gift certificate for $25. Got a $25 gift certificate for Man Down Sporting Goods. I think Clay was going to talk to my boy right here, Little Angry Man Arms, John Regal, see if he was going to get some for us. I got my hat. If you wonder, what do you got going with the hat, man? I said, yeah, I mean, I usually wear, like the form fit and skull hat, but I'm wearing, it's not too bad, actually. I love the cat. I love this color, and you got the nice patch on there. I think it's a sweet hat, no doubt about it. Gene Cox, yeah, he's coming up. It'll be fun. Gene, I was watching part of your video. I'll finish watching. Gene's got the 20-inch M16 there clone. Did that have the fixed carry handle, Gene? I couldn't. Josh Patterson says 10 to 15 in Mandan, so 30 to 40 at Axis. Yeah, he's talking about the win for sure. And we're starting offhand. Offhand, we're going to give you 20 minutes to shoulder that baby and pop your round off. We're going to video everything, talk to people, starting out at 50 yards. So you bet. Tumbler, Oh, okay, that's right. Axe, we got a tumbler from Lauer's Auto, sweet one. You've seen me and Clay use it. I think it's a big orange one, isn't it, Axe? Got the guns in the 701 on there and Lauer Auto lasers on. Sweet tumblers for sure. Sweet. I think they're like 32 ounces or they're Arctic, I think, made those. Dead Wolf says, I'll try long distance after he has his eye surgery in me. Perfect, man. Hey, I just want you to be able to get something out to 300, man. So, I mean, I'm keeping my fingers crossed for you, buddy. I mean, yeah, I mean, losing your vision. I mean, losing any of your faculties sucks, but vision would be a freaking tough one for sure. I mean, my great grandpa ended up having I can't remember what it was, but he went blind and still had his mind for 15 years, and it was heartbreaking to talk to him. Gene Cox, yeah, fixed carry handle. It's a retro version of him, and like I said, works great for iron sights. But they do make that goofy goddamn one that goes up, and then you really got a freaking turkey neck that some bitch to see through it. I think. Okay, Axe said he's got some color options, so you ain't stuck with the orange one. I like orange because that's 701 Nation's colors, but whatever. Yeah, but we're gonna start out at 50. Whoever hits it at 50, we're gonna move that deer to 100. Man, depending on the wind, we might actually at 100 go for the punch out on 100. But if not, we're going to move it out to 150. Then you got to hit the punch out to win or advance. So Josh says, going to be a good time. Talked to my boy tonight. He's excited to be able to make it another shoot. Yeah, I haven't seen him in a while. He's been busy playing buckets, and that's awesome, man. He's probably going to look like, you see younger kids. I haven't seen him in months. He's probably going to look like a full-grown man. I mean, Clayton's boy Leighton, I didn't see him, and he comes back and he's got this deep voice, and I mean, it's kids grow up fast. It's grow up fast. I mean, I like seeing them grow up, and I don't like it. You know what I mean? It's one of them deals. Gene says the wind is a great equalizer, right? And if you're doing it offhand, man, that's going to be blowing you. It's going to be blowing you. I'm going to be using the 701 rifle. It's going to be fun, man. I just offhand iron sights. It's going to separate you. And listen, we're going to do another one. I don't think we're giving all the prizes of the winner. I think Axe and I talked about maybe doing some kind of competition, maybe iron sights off a bag at a little different distance. We'll see. We're going to come up with something. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun, man. So other than that, guys, one more. I think, I mentioned that Bloodline Kinetics. I feel like I'm missing something. Again, Clay on Josh says he's definitely a man child. Not sure where time went. Yeah. I mean, Brody was a big kid, anyways, and he's a big dude. Good. Looking forward to talking to him again. Like I said again, Thursday night, Clay, 8 p.m. Central. He's going to have Dusty Baker on from Chronic Wasting Dis Ease. If you're looking that up on Facebook, it's Dis space and then Ease. Dusty's a man when it comes to CWD and the Game and Fish trying to ban us. What I consider a right to put down bait for game or whatever. And I mean, they think it's cheating. It just gets you a better shot. Friday, Guns in the 701. I was on last Friday. Clayton's back. He's going to be on with Todd at 8:15 Central. Going to be a great show. You guys never listen to that on Fridays, man. That's awesome. And if you're listening, do it on the iHeart app, because I was in there Friday. I asked Todd. Man, he said we got real good numbers listening on iHeart. That was awesome. I love hearing that. And don't forget that first April 2nd, a week from tomorrow. Yeah. Speaking of time flying, Clay and I are going to be on full 2 hours. Dakota Mornings with our man Michael Bell. I don't like Michael Bell. It's too bad. We're on there. If you like us, you know what? I disagree with Mike on a couple things, but for the most part, Michael and I agree on a lot, and it's awesome that Michael lets us come on your show. Michael, I appreciate you, man. And Michael's pro Second Amendment. If you think he's not, you're sadly mistaken. Like I said, we're going to be on there 9 a.m. Central, KFYR, and iHeart app, KFYR iHeart app, 99.7 FM. We'll be on it for 2 hours, 9 to 11, April 2nd. I think Trump's tariffs kick in on April 2nd, too. Woo! woo. I see some of them buckled again to those tariffs, which is awesome. Stock market's going up. People pissing. Hey, everybody's pissing. Oh, look at the stock market. Yeah, it's coming back up. The S&P's coming up. People are going to have to eat their words on it, and that includes TDS Boy on Wednesday afternoons on KFWare. You'll know who I'm talking about. You go on there every Wednesday afternoon. It ain't Daryl, but Daryl's guests are heavy TDS stage 4 turd nuggets. They love pissing and moaning about Trump, and when they're gonna have to eat shit, you know what's gonna happen when Trump stuff works? They're gonna be quiet about it and piss and moan about something else, just like the frickin' other leftists do when Trump shit makes them wrong, and I just move on to the next thing. Josh Patterson, great show as always, JD. Thanks, Josh. Love that. I know it went longer, man. And if I do shorter shows, I'll tell you guys, I've noticed if you do a shorter live stream, like an hour and 10, more people will watch it. They just say an hour and a half. Man, I just enjoy talking to you guys, and we had a bunch of stuff to talk about. I love talking about this kind of stuff. So it just goes longer than usual. Apologize for that. But it's once a week. Usually it's once a week. You're getting twice a week with me on here, and then Clayton and God dang it, I keep forgetting the guy's name. I apologize for that. Dusty Backer. Dusty's got his army that goes up there to the Capitol and protects our rights up there. It's freaking awesome, man. All right, guys, appreciate you. Appreciate everybody listening. Got a good crowd coming in later again. Thanks, everybody. If you missed the first half, go back and go ahead and watch it on all of our social media sites. Brian Warner, good time, buddy. See you Saturday. Brian, looking forward to seeing you and Mama Joe out there. It's going to be a good time for sure. Weather, screw the weather. We're going to have fun. Just a bunch of goddamn patriots having fun, exercising our Second Amendment rights, and probably having a few cold ones. So for JD here, appreciate everybody. 701 Nation, guns in the 701. We will see you guys, myself, next Thursday. Clay and Dusty will see you this Thursday. Have a good weekend, everybody. Get out there and shoot some guns. Defend that Second Amendment.